This is Emmy Award-winning Full Disclosure with Leslie Dutton, bringing you the news behind the news.
There have been dozens of audits of the Sheriff's Department over the last decade. The audits identified $168 million that was misappropriated from the special account funds, which included the Inmate Welfare Fund.
Apparently what the audit said was the sheriff kept the money for their own use. So it was spent on providing services. It just wasn't spent according to the protocols of the county, which is we may give you that money back, but first you have to give it to us.
There are an excessive number of funds within the Sheriff's Department. The sheriff has 8 special revenue funds, 9 trust funds, and 15 sub-accounts within the county's departmental trust funds, with a total combined balance amounting to hundreds of millions of dollars. That includes the massive narco asset forfeiture fund. The balance of that fund is under question.
Money went into that fund, and there are very strict federal and state guidelines that you have to follow in order to accept that money and in order to expend it. That I personally signed every request for the 11 years I was there. Not a nickel went out unless it was met with my approval, and it was for the right reason, and it met the federal and or if money was seized under state law, had to follow state guidelines. If money was seized under federal law, it had to follow the federal guidelines.
Mr. Tanaka claimed personal responsibility for every nickel for the 11 years he was in that capacity, until he resigned August 1st of 2013. Full Disclosure got a copy of the county auditor's report dated January 16, 2014, which identified 11 areas where the department deviated from standard accounting procedures, and it proposed recommendations. Among the issues that brought serious concern of the auditor was the fact that the department did not reconcile 80% of the 22 trust fund subcounts.
Be sure to watch all of the segments by clicking on the link below. Full Disclosure, the news behind the news.